Oh, she knows she's gonna fly now?
Oh yeah. A little leather bag, and I'm going to garnish it with some meat. This was yesterday's dried up meat. What's that weight up here? She was $8.95, and I gradually took her weight down. You know, she knows the drill. There's 18. So she's 7. She's about 743.
Now, what entices the bird to come back?
You'll see in a second. Food. It's all about the food. She's trained that he has food.
Oh.
So she stays in the area. Plus he has a fake bird for her to fly after, and she's gonna do it in just a second. She's perched on the branch without any whatevers. Yeah, she's got the bell on her, so he'll hear when she goes. Yep. They will stay in the area where food is most likely to happen, and he's taught her that he is where food is most likely to happen. It takes a long time to build that. Here she comes. Same spot. She just ruffled. Oh, look at that. She's a beautiful wing over. Nice.
Amazing.
I can't help myself. Every time they catch it, I'm like, yeah! I have to make the noise.
That last call.
Yep. And if a real bird was, you know, being hunted, he would make that call if a duck got out of the pond or something.
Right.
So she knows, oh, there's prey somewhere.
Right.
It's the same thing for other birds, other raptors too, but...
Yeah.
So he's purposely going away from her and then up to her. And around her to get her used to not taking off. Because if she takes off with her food and perches, she's not hungry enough to come back down. So then he's gonna grab, I don't know if he left Jess's on her, but he's gonna grab, just get her back into the glove, probably just with food. They can just switch over to wherever the food is, even if that's from a buffet to the glove. They still go after it. There he goes. He's got her back.
Now, is she holding on to him, or does he have her?
He's got her. Yeah. Mine, I leave the Jess's on so I can just grab them. I think he said he took everything off of her, so I'm not sure if she still has them. Oh, no, I guess not. So
How did he get her back?
he probably just didn't give her all of it. So he went through the routine and probably just didn't feed her completely up. I didn't know he was going to do that, so that's why I kind of said something else. Right overhead. Sorry for the camera angle, but she's just stunning.
I'll give her a rest for a minute. I'm going to be a little closer to you this time.
Again, he knows this bird very well. Some birds wouldn't let us this close. About 50% of falconries is waiting for something to happen.
Just walking where I'm not looking into the sun.
Here she comes. Oh, she's so agile. I don't know if you could hear, but we could hear her wings.
I'm going to give it to her in a minute. You caught me out. Good girl.
She heard you.
Yes, she did. She's saying it's mine.
Is she just?
She might be, she might see an eagle or something.
So how do you get her back up if you don't have the justice to grab?
No, don't mind.
They're fighting pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a meat hook on the front of the face.
Okay. I don't know if it's more of a pinch or a slice. Or...
They can snap spinal cords
Okay.
on the birds that they catch. Yeah. And their feet are hundreds of pounds per square inch. So he's letting her eat off of it to emphasize that this is the reward.
I'm just letting it eat what was left of the bird. You can actually come in a bit closer if you want.
All of us?
Just sort of clustered together rather than spread out. Close together. Closer. Come into me.
Oh. Yeah, me too. We were like squeezing together.
Yeah, there you go. And if you want to crouch down so you're closer to the ground, you can get possibly a better picture. I invited you to do that because it's good training for her too. Getting used to people.
The whole manners thing.
Yeah.
How old is she?
3. Here's a leg.
Yeah.
So, a lot of birds, you know, they would have been trying to drag that food away, and then they get very defensive of what they've caught. But I always mostly let her finish what she's eating, and then she'll leave that and just come to my glove without any argument. And then I can just pick up the lure and put it away in my bag.
Very nice.
So she is just.
And you leave little meat on the gloves so she can keep.
Yeah, I got a whole bird in my glove, and I'm actually going to feed it up. So, and you know, a lot of birds, they'll try and eat you if you get your hand anywhere near them. But I don't take a food off her. Well, I do take it off her, but I'm very careful about how I take a food off her. And so she's not going to bite me. So we're talking about, does it hurt if the bird bites you? As I say, you know, they've got a meat hook on the front of the face, and so she can just tear stuff apart, especially the soft guts. Oh, gizzard.
Falconers are, when you make a turkey dinner and find all those parts in there, we could actually put them back together where they belong.
Actually, you know, if you don't use them for making the gravy, I give them to my falcon. Oh, that's a nice bit of leg, including the foot.
This is just a magical carnage, but still magical.
You don't really want the tail, do you? That's a lot of feathers.
She'll swallow the feathers too?
Yeah, she will, and then tomorrow she'll sick up a pellet of indigestible material.
She dropped most of the wing.
Yeah, they'll usually pluck most of the feathers off, and she likes eating the legs. They're nice. It's like having a pretzel. You gonna clean my glove? So they aren't malicious. You know, she's not going to tear my hand off, and she'll take it. You know, if you look at a small piece of meat like this, if I offer it to her, she'll take it relatively carefully without taking my finger. Hey, here, right there, right there, right there. Hey.
She's looking for it.
There you go. Take it then. There we go.
Yeah, see, she's very gentle.
So they.
She is.
You know, yeah. So the reason they have yellow feet and then a yellow sear around the face, they're actually, firstly, they're contrasted to the red blood, so they could see little bits of meat and pick them off, and then they're actually very waxy, and they're like wax paper. So when the meat, or when blood dries, it just flakes off. And so even though she can be covered in blood 1 minute, as soon as it dries, it just flakes off like Teflon. And so she keeps these nice, clean feet.
That's how vultures' heads are, right?
Yeah.
These vultures always have their heads in the carcasses.
Right.
Yeah, she's still hungry, so because her weight was down a little bit, I'm going to give her just a little bit more. You still hungry? Isn't it lucky that I brought an extra? Oh, yes. So, and this is how you can tell that a hawk is sharp set or keen. You see, because she wants this in the worst kind of way. Hello. There you go. No, just one. I'm not going to give it you all. You can just have a bite or two. So the key about giving, see what she's doing? The key about giving a bird food like this is not to get handcuffed, because if she grabbed my other hand, she's already attached to one hand and then we're stuck. So you have to be very careful about introducing it. And so I'll actually mostly bring it up through the middle of the glove and give it to there. But I've seen so many falconers and so many apprentices get handcuffed by their bird because they...
I've been there, but I'm not an apprentice
and it
anymore.
hurts. And then when your hand starts bleeding, they start to eat it.
I'm a big girl falconer now.
Yep.
I got my generals, remember?
Yeah.
Once an apprentice, always an apprentice. You're always my
That's all right. I still make mistakes. They
my
still get
teacher.
me from time to time.
Oh no, I've got a lot to learn.
When you're as old as me. And I took it away when she got a mouthful and she was distracted.
Where'd it go? I guess it's gone. I guess you ate it.
Can I have my transmitter back? Can I?
Oh,
No.
yeah, that wasn't so
Come on.
gentle.
She said, I'm just tenderizing your finger. Good.
Now I see why you leave it there. That's the perfect shape of her
Hmm?
head. Now I see how you sized it like that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like the perfect for her head.
Yeah, and you just,
Yeah.
you know, I just put my fingers through it like making a little cat's cradle. And I just stretch it.
Yeah, perfect.
So it makes it easy to put on. And,
Like the hood almost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then you just work it into the feathers.
right.
How long have you had that bird?
3 years.
3 years.
But I had it behaving like this, you know, within the first 3 months.
Is that right?
And it's the same with training dogs and horses, everything. All repetition and positive reinforcement, and it's much better if you can prevent them getting
happy
into a bad
bird.
habit than fixing a bad habit. It's
Hi,
much
cutie.
easier. That good? Are we done? Can I have my don't bite me. She wasn't biting, she was just tenderizing my finger, nibbling.
Tenderizing your finger.
She was just feeling it.
Oh.
Didn't, you know, she knew it was me. And typically they'll, you know, she'll think, okay, well, I'm just telling you to get away from me or leave me alone. But they don't bite to eat you. Hello, sweetie. She didn't like my hat. She'll usually bite at the bill. Yes, I could feel you. Stop. We're done. You're a horrible bird. You're a hideous bird. I'll eat you with stuffing.
He's kidding.
Anyway, I'll head back.